Lions Den, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are not new, then you already know what's going on here. And what's going on, we getting bigger and bigger, we getting better and better. And honestly, we shitting on anybody and everybody who said we aren't who we aren't. Yes, I'm saying we because if you support me, then you are a part of this like I am, okay? So I want to remind y'all that we are in the 6 week live specials that I'm doing. This is just an extra live to add to, just the live specials or whatever. But this is, not episode two. Episode two will come out tomorrow morning, 10:30 a.m. live on the YouTube channel. So make sure that you are here, okay? Make sure that you're here, to get to, to chat with me, I know I have morning lines and I have afternoon lines and I have, the nighttime lines. So I'm making sure that I'm checking in with y'all, making sure that I'm checking in with y'all. If you're not streaming bigger, go ahead and stream bigger. Keep streaming Ain't No Lover Boy FR. Keep, getting into Mason Jyree. Keep getting into me. Keep loving me like I'm loving y'all. What's up, Blakers? What's up, Blakers? What's up, Blake? Blakers, I don't know. I don't be seeing you in the Lions Den enough. I don't be seeing you in the Lions Den enough, Blakers. I don't know. I don't know if you're really rocking with me right now. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. I just don't know, Blakers. You let me know. You let me know if you still rock, if you still a part of the Lions Den, if you still rock on me, I don't want y'all to think I'm ever gonna get bougie with y'all. I don't ever think I'm gonna switch it up on y'all. It's nothing crazy. I'm bigger and bigger. I'm on my way to Hollywood and everything like that. But don't think I'm ever funny. I love you to death, Blakers. I love all of my Lions. I love all of y'all from the bottom of my heart. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. And I want y'all to always remember that. Always remember that. So yeah. So I'm just doing a light check in. We starting a 6 week live special. So I'll be going live every day, Monday and Tuesday, 10:30 a.m., Wednesday and Thursday, 8:30 p.m., and Friday and Saturday, 10 p.m. Okay. So I'm gonna be going live every day. So it's every day except for Sunday, every day for the next 6 weeks that y'all will have time, to just really check in with me. You can expect me to be here. you know, you can expect me to be here. Oh, for sure, Blake. Because I definitely understand that. I definitely understand that for sure, Blake. And don't think I don't understand that. But yeah, I'm just making sure that y'all know y'all have scheduled times of when I'm here. I know it'd be sporadic. Sporadic. I sporadically do it. Um, Yes, Blake, because I love you too. I love you too. I love you too. See, that's what this is about. That's what the Lions Den is about. We keeping it sexy. We keeping it hot. We're really eating them up. We're really eating them up. We keeping it sexy. We keeping it hot. And we shitting on anybody and everybody who said we aren't who we are. That's what y'all got to remember. Okay, so just a light check in. Nothing's really too crazy. Everything is really going great for real. For real. Everything is going great. Um, let's talk Mason. Me. Let's really talk me. Yeah, like I'm really oh, elevating you. I'm really elevating. I'm really getting bigger, bigger and bigger. And I think I'm not talking about in the corny cliche. What's that word? Superficial way. I mean, like in real life. I value growing in my personal life as well as I do in my artistic career. I really do. I'm growing in my personal life. I'm not looking back at certain things. I got new. I got new things coming. New love, new people, new friends, experiences, new career growths, new opportunities. I'm really grateful. I'm really grateful. And I'm really, eating them up. And this whole method that I guess I have, just working with my head down and I look up and I've worked and done so much. Sorry to say, but it's my method and I'm eating them up, y'all. I'm eating them up. We're eating them up. We're eating them up. You know what I mean? Mason, I'm really I'm who I was as a child, but I'm just grown now. I think that's wonderful. Like it's like I've been a creative. I've been Mason Jyree. I've been this person. It's not a facade. It's not me. Like all this that one may deem as extra personality. That's Mason Jyree. I had to wake up and be like, that's me. I don't have to like, yeah. Let me do me. You better lay low, cause I'm on that. I'm on that. I'm on that. Um, so I really want to let y'all know I really appreciate y'all from the bottom of my heart. And I'll never stop rocking with my Lions. The people that we in this for the long run. We in this for life. We're in this for life. So don't you ever forget it. If you're a part of the Lions Den, you're gonna always be a part of the Lions Den. Like I just told Blakers before everybody else got in the live, the love I have for my fans, I love y'all like y'all my family, and that will never change, ever. And one of the prayers that I pray is that I pray that the fame doesn't change me. I pray that, I don't get funny acting and, people think I'm becoming funny acting because I'm elevating or anything like that. I want to let my fans know that I love y'all. When I see y'all in public, I want y'all to give me, I want to show y'all love, daps, hugs, whatever y'all want to do, because Mason Jyree, I'm that guy and y'all are supporting me and I support you. It's just that it's just like that. And it's always gonna be like that. Don't ever expect it to change up. And if I change up, check me because I'm getting a little too over myself because fame, more celebrity, all that shouldn't change me at the core of who I am right now. It should not, and it won't. So I think that's very, very serious. I take it to people who are rocking with me. So if you're really rocking with me, make sure that you're streaming bigger. Make sure that you're streaming Ain't No Lover Boy FR. Make sure that you are checking out my upcoming album. I mean, because my album is on the way. My debut album. It's not gonna just be an average album, by the way, either. It's gonna be very good. Um, I've been working since the end of December 2024. It's coming out the top of next year. So that's 2.5, almost 3 years of just working on an album. Whereas in the past, I would just get them done quick, 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 quick. The albums would just come out. So thank y'all so much for that. Make sure that y'all tune in 10 o'clock in the morning, 10 a.m. for the morning lions who like to be up in the morning and, who really want to, vibe in the morning time. We're doing a 6-week live special. So it's 36 episodes. Episode 2 comes out tomorrow and it is entitled 2022 to 2023. And I'm giving y'all, just a little backstory on just, that time in my life, working and creating and doing all those different type of things like that. Cause I have been doing this for about 6 years. And the way I talk is like I'm downplaying it, but it's like, no, I'm a very big deal. Mason Jyree, remember the name. But if you're a part of the Lions Den, you already know who I am and you are be coming. So if not, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're not new to the Lions Den, then you already know what we're doing here. It's your boy Mason Jyree, singer, songwriter, actor, author, producer. So it's a lot of different things that I'm working on as far as, my album is going to be an immersive album. I want y'all to experience it with me, so the people who really rocking with me and the people who really support what I'm doing, my fans that support everything. It's a visual album, it's an immersive experience, and it's time for me to really show the world who Mason is, because I'm Mason Jyree, but Mason, I'm Mason. That was the name that I was given at birth, so it's like, yeah, and I spent years shying away from that name, but it's like, no, I'm embracing it for real. And it's like, I'm eating them up, I'm eating them up. We're eating them up, you know what I mean? Uh, and y'all will see why later on I say we're eating them up because, yeah, music is kind of like a football game, being an artist is kind of like football, if I'm being honest with you. Actually, being an artist is just like playing sports. And I just so happen to be the QB. I just so happen to be the QB, you know what I mean? So it's like, uh, I say we're winning because it's other artists out here, they have a fan base as well, you know what I mean? And so that's just the thing that you know what I mean. So, yeah, if you get my drift, you get my drift. So you're rocking with me, and I just can't. Let me just be vulnerable. Let me let my inner child come out for a second. I just cannot wait to see what the future holds for me. Like I really cannot wait to see what the future holds for me as far as my career. Like I know it's going to be great. I know I'm going to be on top of the world. And I'm just grateful. I'm grateful for these moments. And I want to, even though I know I'm going to have a lot of fans, I want to be able to know as many of y'all as I can. I want y'all to know, and I'm pretty sure my OG Lions know that like Mason is the real deal. He's the real deal, because it's not a facade. It's not about me being a gimmick. It's about me being myself and sharing my light, because I'm just that guy for real. It's Mason Jyree. And if you you just gotta, time will tell. Time will tell. Time will tell. So yeah, I really want to, meet y'all, hug y'all, greet y'all. It's not about. It's about connection for me. It's about the connection for real, for real. It's about connecting with people who value my art and value me and uplift me, and me pouring back into them. I think that's a beautiful thing. Everything about life that I've learned is about currency. Like life is about currency, so everything is about exchange. And I just know if I'm putting out my art into the world and people are supporting it and giving me back that exchange that I get, that I give, it's a beautiful feeling. It's a feeling that I can't even describe. It's like a tingly sensation in my chest. You know what I mean? Like, wow, my people really rock with me. And it's like, the people that what I've noticed so far is like the people who support me, who rock with me, it's like they rock with me. So it's like, yeah, they rock with me. So it's like, they're going to love this. They're going to love this because it's Mason. It's like me. This next era of my life, I'm going to be very vulnerable about a lot of different things. And I don't care, because it's like, I got to, I have to be, because There's a lot of different things that I shied away from, but it's like I'm no longer shying away from anything. I'm about to step into bigger success, and with that just comes, I just got to keep it real. And I'm not doing it just because of the success. I'm doing it because that's what I want to do. That's what I feel like I need to do. And it's a good thing. You know, so yeah, just being more open, vulnerable about what I'm going through. Not even what I'm going through, because I'm not. Just being more open and honest. I love it. 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 And the reason why I'm forcing it so hard on myself is because it takes a strong person to be very, very open and honest. But it's like, I'm gonna do it. And that's what this 6 weeks live series. Even though this isn't an episode, but that's what it's about. With that, let me say, with that, on camera visuals will be coming. On camera visuals will be coming as far as the 6 weeks live specials. When we get later on in the episodes, the visuals, on camera will be coming. So I'm just taking everything step by step, but it's like I'm really just doing what I need to do, doing what I need to do for me. And what before I was saying like I'm doing it for the people, I'm doing it for the people. And it's like I am doing it for the people, but what I got to realize is I have to do it for myself first, and just me doing that and living is doing it for the people, not me trying to force it. And it's not saying I was forcing it, but it's like I wasn't forcing it at all, but it's like you have to change your approach to certain things. You have to make sure that your intentions are, even if your intentions are pure, you still have to make sure they're correct. So whatever you want can come into your life correctly. And I think me doing it the opposite way around, I was avoiding, hey, me just building myself up and like me owning myself and like sharing that, like, you know what I mean? Because that's what it is. It's like bibbity bobbity boo magic. You know what I mean? Um, so that's really that. That's really that. Um, it's just it's nothing. I don't want to. Something I really want to get into right now. But I just as time goes on, this next era when my album drops, I'll be talking about certain things. I think every album that I drop, I was thinking about this the other day. I think every album that I drop, I'm going to talk about something that I've been going through in my life. Every album, and it's gonna be deep stuff. And I don't, it is what it is, and it's just like a weight off my chest. Like God, because I have been through the ringer. Like I have been through the ringer in life for forever. But it's like the one beautiful part of it is just like coming out on top and just no matter what happened to me, still being who I am and like still eating them up, still like, and by eating them up, I mean my competition, in this rap, in this music industry and stuff like that, and my haters and stuff like that. But ultimately just becoming a better person, like really just and owning myself, living in my truth, like for real, not on any play, type of anything. And the reason why I say this is because like I'm not just saying, okay, I've been through the ringer, rah, rah, ran. It's like I could easily be like a horrible person. Like, you know what I mean? But it's like, I'm not. I'm choosing to be great. I'm choosing to be good. It's so hard to be a good person, but it's so easy to be bad. Like, I'm just being so honest. It's so easy to be bad. But me, I like a challenge. I like a challenge. And I'm not going to fall victim to being a bad person. I just never will do it. I never will do it. And that's just my core, and it's like I've always been like this. And so many times in life, I've let people come into my life and try to deter me from knowing exactly who I am. And it's like, yeah, I'm a very sweet, kind individual. Don't play with me, but I'm that guy. I'm Mason Jyree. I'm Mason Jyree. Remember the name. You got to. You're not gonna have any choice because it's gonna get to a point that the people who ignore me, I'm here, and I'm gonna be in their face like, boom, I'm here. Hey, I'm there, and I'm gonna stay there. But one thing about it is that I'm gonna still be rocking with my people from times like this because that's what matters to me. That's what matters to me. The people who are rocking with me now, these are the people that I know for a fact are getting free merch. I remember their names. I remember names. I remember. I'm not funny acting, and I can't stand. I'm not gonna say I can't stand because I haven't come in contact with it, but I want to let my people know that I'm not that typical when they make it. Oh, they act funny. Nah, because yeah, that's just yeah, it's not. Um, I have a lot of different, I have a visual project coming out next year. I remember I was talking to y'all, when was it? Like 2025 about a movie. That's been, mm, what do I want to say? Because the reason why I'm hesitant to say certain things because I don't want to make any promises. But and the things that I say, I want to make sure they come out. You know what I mean? I know I have a visual coming out. That's all I want to say. I have a visual coming out next year. It's not a movie, but it's a visual coming out next year, and it ties into the album. And I also have, a new book. I want to do. I'm doing a new book deal. I'll say that. So you have a visual coming out next year from me, a media visual. That's all I'll say so far. And you have a book, and the book is more about like just the me now. Like as far as just the things that I think I'm experiencing when it comes to being, you know, being attractive but not feeling attractive. And I'm not like trying to be, Debbie Downer, woe is me. But that's the thing, you can actually be attractive but not feel attractive, especially is it if in the past you haven't been attractive. So I think I'm gonna, you know, release a book next year about that and start more, get more serious about my because the books I had out were more fiction. I want to give more nonfiction truths about my life, that I'm going through. Um, because it's always room for improvement. I just love it. I love it. I love creating. If I'm being honest with y'all, um, I heal myself through art. I heal myself through creating art. I heal myself through doing what I'm doing. So that's a very wonderful, beautiful thing. So we a visual coming out next year, a book coming out next year for me, an album coming out next year for me. But everything is just more seamlessly tied in. The whole album name that I was pushing before is everything was about love, and it needs to be about Mason Jyree because I'm the one that overcame those things. Those things didn't overcome me, so I had to more so just rewire some things, if I'm being honest. So that's really just that. That's really just that. When I say we're keeping it sexy, we're keeping it hot. That's what we're doing. We're keeping it sexy, we're keeping it hot in the lion's den. I think it's crazy when I not as crazy, but the fact that bigger is out, and I'm saying things in the song like I'm keeping it sexy, I'm keeping it hot, I'm getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It's like a mantra, and it's like me really saying to myself, talking about like my body, me being confident and like because everybody isn't everybody isn't the fittest. Everybody isn't. Listen, I don't make music for the people who are already perfect in life. I don't make any art, anything for people who are already perfect. I make things for people who are trying to grow, who are getting bigger, who are aspiring for bigger things in life. That's what I do. I make art for people who are progressing, for people who are moving forward, for people who have a plan, for people who are creative, for people who have been through a lot of different things in life. Those are the people that I do what I do this for. Okay, not to get too preachy or anything like that, but I just want to make that clear. So yeah, yeah. That's really that. So I have a lot of different things, coming out, and I'm really ready to share my experience of life with y'all. Um, so if you're new to the Lions Den, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're not new, then you already know what's going on here. It's your boy Mason Jyree. We're getting bigger and bigger, bigger and bigger. We're getting better and better. And I'm saying we because if you're a part of me, we're all succeeding. Listen, because like I just said, this is built on constant progression. I don't. I want people to. I want people to be in awe of me, but I want them to be progressing in life while they're doing that. My fans are never beneath me; they're with me. You get my drift? My fans are never beneath me; they're with me, and that's is what it is, and it's always going to be like that. So, yeah, very appreciative, very grateful, very thankful for myself, for the Most High Divine, and for, of course, my lions. I'm very appreciative. Um, I do have a song coming out at the end of this year. It's a pop song. I'm not gonna lie. I love making pop music. I'm very proud of the song. Very happy about the song. Very grateful. And I always say I'm grateful because I'm grateful. That's just me giving thanks to the to the universe. Another thing, if you're new to the Lions Den, I'm very spiritual. But I don't feel the need to come on here and say that. You know what I mean? I don't feel the need to come on here and I don't feel the need to come on here and talk about my spiritual beliefs and stuff like that. You either you get it, or you don't. So but I love making pop music. I love this next song that's about to come out. Yeah, and I'm actually about to drop a great music video with a great budget, with some choreography. You know what I mean? I'm gonna actually put a little radio play in this song. I'm gonna actually put a little budget into this next song that I'm dropping later on this year. I'm moving more strategically, and I'm just dropping things more with better quality. You know, better quality, if I'm being honest. Um, so yeah, so we're working on some things. We're getting bigger and bigger and bigger in the Lions Den. We're getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And one thing that I'm not gonna lie that I am ready to get into, if I'm being honest, I am really ready to get into it is the choreo. I'm ready to shoot this first official music video because y'all have really yet to get a first official music video from me. Okay, y'all have not got a first official music video from me yet. So I'm really ready to get that done. I'm really ready to, how art, how we as artists have those behind the scene clips of, just the dancing. And I'm ready to see how I do, even if I don't do well. You know what I mean? Even if I'm not the best, dancing or whatever, I'm ready to see how I do. I'm ready to just have those experiences. So with this next single, it's definitely a budget. It's definitely, a moment in time. It's definitely on the album. It's definitely on my upcoming album. All the songs that I've dropped so far will be on my album. This single, the visuals, the music video will be great. Like I said, the dancing, I'm gonna have some choreo. I'm gonna push myself for real, because the thing about me, where I feel like, because I'm an observationalist, and maybe this might be something that I should talk to my team about, but I'm just gonna be, very real. Um, I kind of, I need to just push myself a little bit harder, you know. If I'm being honest, it's like if I want to be where I'm going to be, if I want to be where I'm going to be, I have to, do what I need to do, and by that I mean really step it up. You know what I mean? And by step it up, I mean give the visuals, give the budget, give this and give that. You know what I mean? And strategically make the push that I need to make. So this next single, coming out later on this year, uh, is gonna be epic. It's gonna be epic. It's gonna be amazing. You're gonna have a lot of visuals from that, and a lot of behind the scene footage as well. I'm ready to do things a little bit more differently, and they are gonna be done a little bit more differently. Yeah, they are gonna be done a little bit more differently. Okay, so just expect that. Expect me to get bigger and bigger. And what do I mean by you mean by bigger and bigger, Mason? I mean bigger and bigger as in better quality visuals, more content, more interaction, more real life stuff, more all of those different things that I feel like I feel that I was just didn't really know how to do. Or I'm just learning how to do, I'm going through any, just certain things, I guess I should say. You know? But with that being said, Lions, listen, I love you. It's your boy Mason Jyree. And if you're new to the Lions Den, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are not new, then you already know what's going on here. And what's going on is we're getting bigger and bigger. We're getting better and better. And listen, I'll see you guys very, very soon, Lions. I love you, and I won't talk.